If you watched the last one, you know where I left off. Still looking, still searching for the two things I said I'd lost. So I did what anyone would do. I went back to what used to work. Not the job, the instincts. The way I used to walk into a situation back in the US and just know. Know how to move, how to read a room, how to make something happen without having to think too hard about the steps. That wasn't luck, that was years built into muscle memory. I figured, if I still have that, I still have something, so I tried to use it again. Here. It didn't work the way I thought it would. Not because the instinct was gone, it was still there. But every time I tried to run it the way I used to, it hit something in the middle. A gap between what I expected and what actually happened when it reached the people who had to carry it out. I want to be careful how I say this, because it's not about anyone being less than. It's that the whole rhythm I built, the shorthand, the unspoken understanding, the "you already know what I mean," none of that existed here yet. I hadn't built it. I was trying to run a system that only worked because of years of context nobody here had reason to have. And it wasn't the same everywhere either. Manila. I could mostly make it work. Smaller cities, further out. It barely worked at all, which told me something I didn't want to hear yet. This wasn't a one-time adjustment. This was going to take longer than I was ready for. 2 years. That's how long I kept trying to force the old version of myself into a place that was never going to receive it the same way. Here's what actually broke me open. It wasn't one bad day. It was the moment I noticed I couldn't find consistency anymore in the thing I used to be known for being good at. Back home, I didn't have to think about whether I'd deliver. I just did. Here, I was working harder than I ever had, and still couldn't land on solid, repeatable ground. And for a while, I made that mean something ugly about me, that I'd lost it, that the skill itself had eroded. But that's not what happened. What happened is I couldn't tell for a long time whether the problem was me, or whether the problem was that I was trying to force an instinct built for one world into a completely different one and expecting it to just fit. I still don't fully know the answer. That's the honest part. So I stopped. Not gave up. Stopped. There's a difference, even if from the outside it might look the same. I stepped back from all of it. From trying to force the old version of myself back into motion. And I started paying attention to something I'd skipped past the first time around. Timing. Not just what to do, but when. Learning that some of what I was rushing wasn't ready to be rushed. Not because of anyone else, but because I hadn't earned the read on this place that I had on the old one yet. That's a hard thing to sit with when you've spent your whole career being the person who moves fast and gets it right. Slowing down doesn't feel like wisdom in the moment. It feels like failure wearing a nicer outfit. But I'm learning the difference between forcing something and building toward it, even if I can't always tell, in the moment, which one I'm doing. So here's where I actually landed. At least for now, I couldn't tell if I'd lost my instincts or if they just didn't belong here yet. Maybe both are true at different times. Maybe that's just what rebuilding actually is. Not a straight line from broken to fixed, but a long stretch of not being sure which parts of you are gone and which parts just haven't found their new shape yet. I'm still looking for my passion and my purpose. That search didn't end because one attempt to force it back failed. If anything, it taught me something about how not to look for it. If you've ever tried to force the old version of yourself back into a life that doesn't run the same way anymore, you already know this isn't about giving up. It's about learning when to push and when to wait. I'm still figuring out which is which. Same as you, probably.